What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. It's Straight Plays, and today we're doing Raid Shadow Legends. I'm going to do something a little bit different. We're on the off season of Live Arena, so I figure I'll just go over a couple of my builds and kind of go over the strategy I use. First pro tip, man, champion tags. If you put Arena Build 1, these will show up first on your order when you're picking champs in Live Arena too, so like all your good builds will be showing up first. So that's kind of how I organize it, so I know like who to use, when to use, how to use them, you know. So I guess we'll just go down the list. Sigfriend, one of my favorite nukers. You look, 243 speed, 315 crit damage. That'll go up once he gets his blessing, but you know he's a mythic, so I just got to get lucky. It's a shake of the dice. It'll happen when it happens, and yeah, there's no controlling that. You know, you can't even buy it anywhere really. It's just the luck of the draw. So just shy of 7k attack. This will go up more, I think. When does the attack stat hit? No, so blessing won't do it, but his speed, his crit damage will go up. So yeah, you know, 46k HP, terrible defense, but he's all about swinging, you know. In his second form, he's got the whole revive and everything going on. Unfortunately, mine's not even booked, man. It's so hard. Well, his base form is booked. His second form is not booked. I would love to get this figured out at some point, but I'm in no rush. I have so many of the free mythics coming that it's just not worth booking right now. I only have 4 books, so I'm going to save those for Carnage. I got him in a Cat's Gaze as well, add some crit damage, so his crit damage isn't all that high, but his attack is fine. Once his blessing, once he gets the 4-star, it'll go up drastically, and he'll be hitting a lot harder. But he doesn't even really need it, man. He's going right through Stone Skin if his A3 lands. So he's a good character. Masteries are pretty straightforward for Arena. You know, he's doing the counterattacks, a little bit of resistance on AoE damage, a little bit more protection, and then obviously Helm Smasher, ignore defense. This is like Helm Smasher is on every nuker in Live Arena because ignoring defense is like the best stat you can get, right? It's better than crit damage, it's better than attack. So yeah, I mean, that is my Sigfriend. You will see me in all my Live Arena videos. He's like one of the guys I use the most. Empress is a new build. If you watch the video that I initially did on him, I didn't necessarily have him in the best build. I had him in a faster build here, if you want to see. 274, so he was going before all my nukers. I was using him specifically to strip Stone Skin, and then like he would be kind of a cleanup later, but I don't know. It worked. He's a great champion. Like, if you have him, congratulations. Like, he's definitely worth using. He just doesn't necessarily fit perfectly in my team comp, but he is so fun to run with Calvalax. This combo here is nasty. I'll probably clip in a video I took earlier. Like, it's just so fun. Like, they complement each other quite well. But yeah, Empress, great. He's in a new build. I looked deeper into his kit. In his second form, he doesn't need ignore defense. He's doing 50% here, and then you got the added Helm Smasher ignore defense as well. Like, you do not need an ignore defense. It doesn't hurt, but it certainly isn't necessary. And then he's getting 10 more ignore defense every time he does his A3 in second form. So you don't even need ignore defense. At some point, I'm going to wind up putting him with a bunch of accuracy. I think it might be the best way to build, but he's got to be crit capped as well. So we'll see. He's still experimental. He works very well in Stone Skin. Put him in Stone Skin. He's kind of fast at 245 speed. He is quite fun to use. Still figuring out the perfect comp for him. His crit damage is terrible, but it'll come up. That's the problem with a lot of my builds. You'll see is like crit damage is low until they come up with the Ascension, because it's just like, you need speed now. This whole game's about speed. I can't get crit damage, speed, crit rate, and their base stat. Like, you got to get perfectly rolled gear, and that takes years. You know, it takes years and years of farming. So yeah, it's not perfect, but it works. It's fun. You'll see me use them once in a while. Leorius is a gift that I got for Christmas. I didn't buy any shards, but Christmas was quite generous to me when I came back. I took a 9-month break, and I came back. I got Leorius, I got Harima, I got Rotos. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm back into raid. So here we are. He's in a decent build. You know, he's got 6.7k attack, 3.4k, or wow, 3.4, 346% crit damage, 245 speed. So this is a nasty Leorius. I don't use him as often as you might think, just because he's just like Siegfried, and Siegfried has a revive in his kit. So Siegfried's a little better in my eyes. I use Leo once in a while, typically if somebody steals Siegfried, but you'll see me use him occasionally, not super often. I could actually take him off this list, and I personally wouldn't even really notice. But this is my pride and joy of my account. This is my Siphi. You can see she is in 6-piece protection. I would love to get her a 9, but I just lose so much speed and so many good stats to get her there that I'm waiting. I will be patient. She's in a good enough build to justify using her where she's at. She's just gonna get better, as I get this gear. But yeah, her she's at 104k HP, 4.4k defense, which is like this is like 900 defense higher than I guess you really need to shoot for. This is regurgitation, but all the content creators say 3,500 defense, and then you start getting diminishing returns, and it's better to have the stat in HP. So I will regurgitate that to you and say that I could get way more HP on here. Not way more, but probably 10k more HP and 900 less defense. Some point reworking gear, but it's okay. It works for now. She's very tanky girl. 417 speed is the fastest on my account. And I got lucky. She's got 708 resistance too, which it's not like perfect. She's not resisting everything, but she's resisting most things. So she is a very tanky, bulky, resistant girl. I got Wanda submission on her, adding an extra 6 speed and HP. I don't know anybody that's got these maxed out yet. If you do, like, congratulations, you're Raid's biggest whale. But this is, progress over time. So yeah, that's the Siphi. She is nasty. Polymorph is new for her. She was running temporal chains, and like temporal chains is just terrible with Marius around, right? That the Void Horse, man. Marius is just he gets a counterattack every time his turn meter gets like attempted to go down. So you can't run that anymore. Temporal chains is a terrible buff with the new meta. So I switched in Polymorph. I was a little nervous to do it because people were would get rid of her more, and like she's my best built character. I'm running resistance on the masteries and some healing stuff, so she's great, man. This is my pride and joy, my favorite character on this account. I bought her 6 stars up from the shop, one at a time, patiently waiting, patiently hoarding. She is wonderful. If you have a Siphi and you want to learn how to like use her, how to build her, if you want to try a different build, you can definitely watch my content and see how I use her. Like she is, oh girl, man, she's Old Faithful. She does not let you down. This is my Arbiter, man. This is a 3.5-year-old account, maybe closer to 4 years. And look at all this blue gear, man. She's over half of her gear is all blue. It's hard to get stat rolls. I used to spend so much energy and time in Dragon, and like it just, dude, it's so hard to get speed stats on a speed set in 6-star, especially on the bottom. So yeah, this is my Arbiter, man. She's 394 speed. You'll notice she's slower than my Siphi. That is for a reason for Tormund, I'm running 2 speed leads. If somebody brings a Tormund into this and Arbiter's going first, everybody could get frozen. But since Siphi's going first, nobody's getting frozen. So that is intentional. I intentionally run Siphi faster than Arbiter. But I'm not opposed to getting Arbiter faster. It's just, it's over time. So yeah, this is my Arbiter. She's got like close to 400 accuracy, so she's stripping nukers, 394 speed. Her HP defense is fine where it's at. She could use a little bit more HP, but I mean it's Arbiter. She gets hit and she's done. She's running Harp of Casbiel. This gives her a little extra turn meter whenever she uses abilities that don't cause any damage, and she's only swinging on the A1. So all 3 of these these 2, her A2, she's swinging too. So her 2 bottom abilities are both giving her extra turn meter, and sometimes these go in tandem, right? If she's reviving and then she can boost, like she's getting 2 turns. So a little bit extra. Intimidating Presence is the ideal setup for Arbiter. You want her to go fast. If you're running Arbiter, you want to go fast. That's the whole point. So Intimidating Presence is the quickest way to go first, so that's the Arbiter. Harima, I don't use her as much as I should. She's in such a great build. I built her more like traditionally like a nuker. Initially when I got her, I was quite disappointed in Harima, right? Like she wasn't hitting as hard as everybody else's was, and like mine was kind of dying. She's not as, her HP is way too low. Like it'd be nice if she was like 10K higher. Like if she was around 65K, I'd be pretty stoked on it. But it is what it is. 255 speed. That's like one of my fastest nukers. 344 crit damage. Like I do no accuracy because I'm not trying to get turned into a sheep. I am just trying to devastate you with Harima. So she's beautiful, man. She's in a cat's gaze. This is what brought her all together for me. She wasn't hitting as hard. I put a cat's gaze on her, and I love her now, you know? Typically, I run her in like TTA and Classic Arena more. She goes great with Sifi because Sifi's given like a defense buff. So these two go great hand in hand together. I just have better nukers. Harima, you'll see me use occasionally in Live Arena, just not as often as I should. It is what it is. I like He-Man and Siegfried. They're just so good. This is He-Man. I predominantly use him. Well, one, he's got a speed boost, right? Like in Live Arena, you gotta have two speed leads. You have to. The speed auras, you gotta run two speed auras. However, whatever combination you have to do to get there, like you have to. If they ban one and you're going second, you're more than likely gonna lose. It's so easy to devastate somebody with all these new characters, with all these bomb champions, all these shutdown characters. Like you gotta go first or try to cut in between, so somebody's got to be quick, so you got to run a speed aura. That's if you're not running a speed aura, that might be why you're not doing as well as you should be in Live Arena. So yeah, that's He-Man, man. He is running a speed aura. He does damage based off his attack and his HP, and he has a lot of like HP. He's so easy to build on, you know. So he's swinging hard, 344. He's a little bit slow, but I kind of want him to be slow because if they're running a bunch of fast compositions and he's in Stone Skin for one turn and they all get to burn through whatever protection they have and he does an A3, it's a team wipe, you know? Like this guy hits so freaking hard. I got Heaven Cast on him with Necrit and Sifi throwing all the buffs on him. Like he's swinging so much harder and just the synergy. Like this guy is so good with buffs. So yeah, He-Man, if you didn't get him, and you know, classic nukes. Counterattack here, Helm Smasher. It's all, man, it's all for damage, right? You can go on Hell Hades site. It'll have all that for you. Sorry, I keep checking. I've recorded this video like 4 times. I keep losing mic audio, and I don't want to record this for like a 5th time, so here we are. But yeah, that's my He-Man. He's also in a Cat's Gaze. I have 3 Cat's Gaze. I got super lucky during that whole event, and I got 3 of them, so I'm going to use them. So that's my He-Man. Rotos is new. I actually got Rotos like right around Christmas time, maybe a little bit after, and I got his 5-star blessing like right after too, just out of Soulstone. So super lucky. His top pieces are ascended kind of poopy, not necessarily. HP is the ideal setup for Rotos. Anything flat stat you want to throw HP on, like his ring is actually quite good. Oh, I thought this was an HP ring. He's got flat stat HP. This isn't like super end breaking, but like this flat HP actually isn't all that bad because he's doing damage, and Rotos has super bad base HP. So it's not too bad. I would like to get him in a full set of Merciless, which is why I haven't like reworked this stuff because this is going to wind up on a different character at some point, and it's an attack-based set for an attack-based character. I'm not going to roll it for HP just for Rotos, even though it's like not the final build for him. So yeah, pretty good gear, some quad rolls, stuff like that. But that's Rotos. You'll see me abuse him in some of my videos. He is so good. I forget how good Rotos is all the time. I put him in the aspect of Siroth. I don't know. I haven't necessarily like noticed it save him because most of the time he's getting multi-hit by like a Harima or a horse. Or somebody else who's swinging multiple times, you know. Oh, that's the big thing with He-Man. His A1 does Uncorrupted. He swings twice, so he's hitting Rotos twice. You know, he's hitting Demon Spawn twice, Knight's Rev twice. So yeah, He-Man. But yeah, I mean, that's by Rotos. Again, classic setup here. He's running the double counterattacks here instead of Blood Shield or Stoked Fury or what's this other one? I think it does 3% extra or 6% in Arena, 3% everywhere else. Yeah, so, you know, the double counterattacks, he can get an extra turn on his A1, so you want him to counterattack more often than not. That's like the basic setup on Hell Hades' website, but it actually, I mean, it works. Like, it's posted on his site. It's generic, but, like, that's the best in slot for 90% of the characters, so that's why they all kind of look the same. But yeah, that's my Rotos. Sun Wukong, I don't really use him all that often anymore. Just he's a great champion. He's just so easy to counter now. Like normally they're so glassy. Like you just need a block revive champ and he's done for. So dropping him in at the tail end of your selection is a little bit easier. Like if they've already picked their nukers and then you drop Sun Wukong, it's a little bit easier to get him usable. So yeah, the strategy with Wukong is to drop him late now. It used to be early just to get him in competitively because if they pick him, you don't get him. But yeah, I like to drop him in at the end if I do use him. He's kind of in a nasty build. He's almost at 8k attack. Kind of low crit damage. These gauntlets could be reworked into crit damage. He'll get a little bit extra and then yeah, crit damage here. So not the worst build. His boots could be shifted into speed. I could make him 15 faster, put him at what, 260, make him my fastest nuker. But I don't know. I like where he's at. I don't want to do the roulette thing because like this is painful sometimes. These boots right here, if you look at these bad boys, it's I can't do it. He's being used right now. Man, I reworked him like 30 times. That's so many resources. But anyway, yeah, that's my Rotos, or that's my Sun Wukong. Warlord's in a new build. I finally got him in Stone Skin. I did have to sacrifice like 100 accuracy to do so, but it's such a better build because if this game's all about going first now, and if you're not going first, you better be in Stone Skin, So him not being in Stone Skin just kind of pooped on me a little bit. So I got him hooked up now. I lost a little bit of accuracy. I did add like, I don't know, 5 or 6 speed, which isn't like anything game breaking, but like anything helps, right? Defense is a little low. HP I'd like to get at like 100k, but it's fine, man. He's just here to A3 to shut stuff down. He can pop a shield and do some buff extension on the A1, but I mean Warlord's big thing is A3 neutral, right? He's a void, so he's hitting everybody for neutral damage. Got him in the pinpoint, kind of a poopy accessory, but it adds accuracy, so everything helps, So that's probably a final build. I can roll this stuff and min-max it. I can't foresee myself like shifting it up too much. Maybe down here I could get some better pinpoint accessories, but who knows? One day it's a shake of the dice. UDK I don't really use a whole lot. Sometimes I like to drop him in if somebody brings a Rotos and it just like pisses me off, but he's all right, man. He kind of counters Fabian a lot too. Fabian's A2 shenanigans with his passive. UDK kind of counters quite drastically because he's the one getting turned into the what is it called? What is petrification, right? So UDK eats the petrification, your guys get another turn. So he kind of counters there. He's good. He's just, he's a brick, right? There's a couple of characters that are bricks in this game. I would classify Torment as a brick. They're just characters that like don't need any speed, that you're just banking on like passives, right? UDK is a brick. Calvalax just recently turned into a brick. I would argue that I just got this guy here. Cupidus. Cupidus is a brick too. If you pair him with his little girlfriend here, Venus. That's a brick too, man. You can put him with 0 speed. As long as he gets hit, he's counterattacking. I would classify that as a brick as well. I don't know if that's what the internet is calling them, but that's what I'm going to call them. They're bricks, man. It's just a character that you're banking on the passive doing stuff. So yeah, so that's UDK, man. I got the extra 10 speed from Faction Guardians. You want him with 0 extra speed, high resistance, high HP. His defense is way too high. I could drop him down to... I think putting him a little bit higher than 3.5 can't hurt. Maybe closer to 4, but he could definitely use a lot more HP and a lot less defense. Obviously, I could use much more resistance. He's resisting some. He's not resisting any mythicals. If they're a mythical and they're built to do a debuff, like it'll happen on UDK. But this is how I have mine built. I got him in what I think it's 7-piece. Yeah, just for the extra HP here. Eventually, I'll get him a little bit higher, but. He'll be a 9-piece Stone Skin at some point, but it's all progression. Fabian's in a decent build, man. I just built him fast and accurate. I don't care about anything else. He's got like a crit damage gauntlet, right? This is horrible. This is horrible for him. But double speed, accuracy, I kind of had to use it. It's hard to get this gear in good rolls, you know, especially bottom stats. Bottom of all sets are difficult to collect, so you got to be a little bit more lenient towards those pieces and what you use and what you roll. But yeah, you know, he's in 7-piece. He's got a lot of accuracy. He's just here for the shutdown for the A2. He dies a lot. This gives him some resistance, so he's not going to get bombed or anything. But if he's not going first, he's going to die. Like, that's kind of how it is. I kind of intentionally like it that way. I don't want him in Stone Skin because let's say I do Sifi, Fabian, my 2 nukers, and I got Necrit in there, right? So one of them are banned. Fabian's out. He's got no Stone Skin. Like, they're going to target him, right? Which means one of my 1-turn wipe nukers can get a shot because they're so concerned with getting shut down that they're not focused on one of these 2 protected nukers that's going to get a 1-bang turn. So it's kind of a cheesy setup, man. This is not like a free-to-play setup. This is definitely a pay-to-win setup, but it works quite well. Like, abusing Necrit's protection is crazy. But yeah, I mean, that's my Fabian. Fast, not really all that tanky. Like, he's getting smacked, but he's super accurate. This is like my highest accuracy champion. I obviously shot for accuracy on the masteries. His whole point is to debuff and like wreak havoc. So you need him accurate, you need him fast. The faster you get to cycle through all of his turns, like, that's Fabian, man. Not the perfect build. Honestly, if this was HP, I would be like super stoked on it, but it's crit damage for now. It'll get better as time progresses. Cavalax is a new addition to my team. He is not in the perfect build. I want him in Stone Skin and Pinpoint. Pinpoint prevents him from getting sheeped. Stone Skin prevents him from getting hit. His new Arachne Elixir mixed with Lethal Dose and a couple of blessings. His poisons are doing 50% of his damage, right? So 50% of the wearer's attack does poison ticks. He's putting 4 poisons up. So he is coming through and he is just killing guys. Especially Arbiter comps. He is like perfect for somebody that like outspeeds me in live arena. Like if somebody gets first pick or if they like shut me down and they pick a bunch of my speed leads, you know. Like if somebody picks Arbiter Fabian opening up and I have Sifi, like I'm kind of screwed on the speed lead outside of He-Man. So I'm going to come in with Cavalax and I'm going to try and shut you down that way because this is like a free win if played right. Cavalax is an anchor drop. You do not drop this guy like first. You drop him like 5th slot. He is not coming in before 5th slot. If you drop him before 5th slot, you are playing him wrong. This guy is an anchor. You do not want them to have much time to respond to it because he's easy to work around. And like the problem with Cavalax is like it's Cavalax, you know? You're literally banking on this passive going through, and if they come up with a counter, he's not going to do anything. Like this A2, look, mine's not even booked, right? Mine's not booked. Mine does not even have masteries finished. Like he's just a dropper, and he's pooping on people. Like it's fine. All you want is high attack, high accuracy. He doesn't need speed. Mine's actually too fast. I want him to be built like UDK. I want him slow as shit. I want him in Stone Skin, and I want him super high accuracy, super high attack. That is it. That is all you need on Cavalax, and he is going to help you quite drastically. Anybody that is not protected off the rip, when they get a turn, they're basically eliminated. And that'll go up as his blessings go up, as I, you know, fix his gear, get him in Stone Skin. I can like min-max and get higher attack stat. You know, 10, 10, 5 attack would be ideal. Much higher accuracy as well, 532. But let's be honest, it's predominantly he's here to counter Arbiter teams for me. That's what I've been using him for. So, like, Arbiter's not all that scary. She's not running high resistance. So 9 times out of 10, he's going to poison and kill her before she even gets a turn. But that's Cavalax, man. This is like a new piece in the bin, right? This is a new chess piece, really. Like, this is a different way to answer speed comps that it kind of makes me a little nervous, like what they're going to evolve this game into if they're doing stuff like that. But yeah, that's Cavalax for you. This is Necrit. There are plenty of ways to build him. I've explored with multiple. I have done super slow Stone Skin, which I mean, it's cool. I understand the concept is like his protected buffs here on his passive, this block debuffs, ally protection, strengthen. It'll be on your nuker until Necrit dies, and Necrit's in super slow stone skin. So like I get the concept. I think it sucks though. Like Necrit is so good, he needs speed. You want him to take turns. You want to use the A2 to ally attack, and hopefully he gets this extra turn, and then he can put another protected buffs on somebody else, and he can get two guys attacking. Like Necrit is fun when he starts steamrolling his abilities, so I don't like him slow. I did run him in 6-piece protection. 9-piece is hard to get, man. Accessories is hard to get. 9-piece protection was super fun. Protected buffs was awesome, but for me, he was just dying too often, and I didn't like that. So I think Stone Skin fast. He's a little bit faster than my nukers now, which is kind of a bummer. I rebuilt him and I had some faster stone skin, so I used to like charging in with his A2 to see if I could break stone skin and then cleaning up with Siegfried's A3 or He-Man's A3 as well. But it is what it is. It's fine him going before them now. I can just drop this A3, or if anybody is unprotected out of stone skin, I can charge in with an A2 and get a quick, easy kill. So Necrit is fantastic. I run him in Cruelty currently. It's like it's dropping defense, but it's not a debuff, like it's permanent. So it's kind of fun. You can A2 into like a Harima and then A1 if you get the buff. And it's like, dude, that's like 6 decreased defense ticks on him, That adds up quite quickly. You can kind of render a Harima weak, or the horse or Marius. Cruelty's kind of fun on Necrit because he's hitting for 3 on both of them, so you can do a lot of devastation there. I'm surprised more people don't run it. I forget. I think it was Mac Chan way back in the day that was talking about that. I don't even know if anybody's going to remember that, but I think that's the content creator that got me to do this, and I was like, you know what? Him only being 3-star, that works out perfectly. Oh, he's also on a Wand of Submission, and so is Lord Fabian. I don't even know. Yeah, he doesn't even have anything. I had Death Knight in a Wand of Submission, but I just don't use him enough. I can't justify it. I have better characters that can use it. So yeah, that's my Necrit. Kymar, he's a little outdated, man. He's fast. He's got too much defense. 661 accuracy, poopy HP. He's okay, man. He's just here to reset, to strip. I was using him because I didn't have speed leads, but then I bought He-Man. I got Wukong. Fabian's got a speed aura. His is kind of poopy. It's not really justifiable to be one, but if that's your only option, that's your option. So that's Kymar. I could honestly take him and Leorius off this list, and it would really not change my playstyle all that much, but obviously, you're going with Eagle Eye, high accuracy, sort of the typical accuracy build on the support tree. So yeah, that's Prince Kymar. I don't really use him all that often anymore. You might see me pull him out once in a while. Yeah. And then Lamasu is new. I got her after season 2 ended, so you're not going to see any videos of me using her in live arena yet. But this is Lamasu. I'm sure I'll use her at some point. She also has a Harp of Casbiel. I think I've gotten 3 of these freaking harps because, Plarian likes to chill out the same crap over and over again. She's in a good build, though. Pretty decent. 343 speed, 379 accuracy. This game has evolved quite drastically. Check this out. This is, your tell. As soon as you see an Arbiter, just... Do you see how stupid that is? Nobody even got a turn. Well, I guess technically they got a turn, but they didn't get to finish their turn. This is the new answer to speed, right? It's just Galvalax. This is dumb. I'm going to abuse it, right? Because it is what it is. But, yeah, this game's over. Look, check it out. It's over. I'm using 2 characters to smoke out all of your buds. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm fairly new to YouTube. I'm new to social media. I don't know if you guys like this kind of content. If you guys are into live arena, Raid Shadow Legends, I would love to be a bigger part of this community. I've been involved forever. I watched Hell Hades pull shards with his wife. I watched Jay Giggs start his free-to-play series. I watched him start a new series. I've seen people leave. I've seen people come. I took a 9-month break after Centranos came out, and dude, I was just kind of bitter about the way that they went about it. how it being like a select character from a select group, and like I'd been eating epics that were like B tier for like a year. So I just felt like all the money that I'd been eating was like being wasted. I had to spend a bunch of money to like build new characters. So I took a break, but I'm back, man. And I figure if I'm going to play Raid Shadow Legends, like I want to be a bigger part of this community. I want to help you guys out. I want to participate with you. See where I can help you guys out. You know, like my Doom Tower is basically done. I did not build the rares to complete these rooms. Like the legendaries from Doom Tower suck. The epics from Doom Tower, minus like the first two, suck as well. So like, I don't care, man. This will get done when it gets done. You know, there's some secret rooms that I can't do. It's all rares, man. I'm not gonna build these rares for what? Like they're just gonna sit in my vault, and like there's so many resources required to build them. I have the books for them, but I just don't want to like consume all the chickens and stuff. So yeah, that's where I'm at with Doom Tower. You know, in Curse City, I'm close. Sometimes I get bottlenecked at S7 or S8, so that's a bummer. So I'm working on that. I'd love to at least just be able to fight all the bosses every rotation. You know, I'd love to get some more rolls with those gear, because that's what this game's all about now, is all these new sets that are no longer farmable. Dungeons are dead. So if you're interested in watching a new account slowly progress, every week I'm learning new things about microphones, about editing. You know, I got the background going. So I'm learning stuff every day. I'm brand new to YouTube. I'm brand new to social media. I would appreciate you guys following me, supporting me. My big goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers, try and get into the program, the content creator program with Plarium. Free gems, free books. That sounds awesome to me, man. I would just like to be a bigger part of this community. I don't want to watch from the sidelines anymore. You know, I want to participate with you guys. So, yeah, that's it for now. And I appreciate you watching, making it to the end. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.